Hi everyone, it's me Hero Farrell and welcome back to Zelda THS Episode 2. I know you guys have waited for this video and here we are. This week I will go over the weapons you've seen in the last episode, but in a new way. I want to talk about 5 awesome melee weapons I'd like to see in Breath of the Wild. I won't include weapons that have already been confirmed in the game, but rather unique weapons. And for that to happen, I'll need help. So that's why my friend the gamer musician is here.
Hello all you fellow musicians, it is me, the gamer musician. I am so happy to be here and yeah, I'm really excited. Alright, so let's talk about that top 5, shall we?
Oh yeah, so without waiting any longer, let's get into it.
Coming in at 5th spot is a Katana. This fine Japanese sword could give a unique feeling towards Link's moveset. In the Beyond the Plateau gameplay that we've seen at E3, we can see Link in a different outfit compared to the ones we've seen so far. This outfit looks kinda like an Eastern Asian armor. It's hard to see it because of the camera angle, but Link also does have a different haircut, which looks very much like one that a samurai could have, a top knot. Of course, it doesn't say that much, but knowing that Nintendo are getting inspired by Japanese animators like Studio Ghibli for the game's art style, it's also possible that they would include some traditional Japanese weapons and armors. Besides, wouldn't it be awesome to go around Hyrule with a katana? I mean, it worked in Left 4 Dead 2, and slaying enemies with different combinations of weapons and a different moveset from the swords would be badass, and that is why it is coming in at number 5.
A katana would be really awesome, but now in the 4th spot we have a flail. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen the For Honor trailer for the character the Conqueror. The flail he is using feels so powerful. I'm definitely gonna try it out. Of course, the Zelda series is not as violent as For Honor, and that's for the best. But it's not a good reason for throwing in some classic medieval weapons in the game. As some would call it, the mini ball and chain that we've seen in Twilight Princess. It would be a good opportunity to give this type of weapon the acknowledgement it really deserves. Using the flail could also have a special bonus which would allow Link to do more damage against heavily armored foes. In short, a medieval weapon like a flail would be a good way to give the player a better freedom for attacking and allow him to use different strategies against different enemies, and that's why it took the 4th spot on the list.
We're now reaching the top 3 everyone. The 3rd weapon on the list is a scimitar. I can hear you saying, how is a scimitar different from a sword? Why especially a scimitar rather than something else? Well, do you guys remember about a certain race in the series which used scimitars against Link? I'll give you a hint. They were taking Hylian carpenters as prisoners in Ocarina of Time. Did you guess it? That's right, it's the Gerudos. At some point in Ocarina of Time, Link has to go and save some carpenters who were taken prisoners in the Gerudo fortress. When Link was about to free one of them, a Gerudo guard appears, dual-wielding scimitars and trying to stop Link from saving the carpenters. What would be your feeling if you would see the Gerudo scimitar when picking up the weapon in Breath of the Wild? Wouldn't it be a nice addition to the lore and give birth to additional theories? That would be great, but that's not the only reason it took the 3rd spot. The Gerudos have never been quite as present in the series as the Gorons or the Zoras since the Zelda franchise started, and it would be a great thing to learn more about them. Using a weapon and learning about the lore behind it is a great way to start. The scimitar could also give Link some acrobatic, agile or fast moves, kinda like the Gerudo guards had when fighting Link in Ocarina of Time. If they're in the game, they could be found in the desert, and if the Gerudos end up being in the game, it would be a shame not to include their scimitar as a weapon. Link could even dual wield them. But that's it for the 3rd spot.
Coming in at the 2nd spot, Dual-wield. Dual-wielding weapons have been seen in other games, but never in the Zelda series. Just imagine the possibilities of attacks that Link could use with 2 weapons. It would simply be badass. The best would be that the player could combine 2 weapons of his choice and use them at the same time. But the problem is with the controls. Right now, there's a way to change shields, weapons, bows and arrows with different controls, but there's no more room for choosing left hand or right hand weapon, as the left hand weapon is the shield. At least it would be cool to have some sort of dual blades, swords, or even scimitars that could be found in pairs which could be used together. They would have some specific combos, and I think would give a bonus gameplay element that would make the game more rich in terms of combat and abilities.
Last but not least, the top spot for melee.
Wait. There's an honorable mention that I want to say before revealing your 1st spot. Using utility tools as weapons. You guys probably know about Minecraft and the things you can use to hit enemies. Well, what about using a pickaxe or a shovel to hit enemies? It could have some other uses like digging to find treasures or mining. We have a woodcutter's axe for cutting trees, so why not? And have you played Shovel Knight yet? If not, you should. It would be a good way to understand why having a hero using a shovel as a weapon is unique and awesome. It's also a really good game. Anyway, get ready for number 1.
Last but not least, the top spot for melee weapons we want in Breath of the Wild is the brass knuckles. We've never actually seen Link punch enemies with his fists in any other Zelda game so far. Well, at least not in his human form. And considering we're breaking the conventions of Zelda with this game, it could be the right time to change that. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this yet, but when Link goes to reach for his melee weapon in Breath of the Wild, but doesn't have anything equipped, he just grabs the air and looks at his hand, which is honestly kinda funny. It would be cool to have the brass knuckles so he can just sprint to the enemies and punch them, which would be really unique in a Zelda game. Of course, it would be less effective against heavily armored enemies, but it would be a good option for killing enemies such as the bokoblins. And why not combine it with something like the Pegasus boots? We haven't seen the Pegasus boots in a 3D Zelda game, except for Young Link and Linkle and Hyrule Warriors, so why not? If the boots are back in Breath of the Wild, then adding brass knuckles would be amazing. Just imagine Link sprinting at high speed towards enemies to deliver a devastating high damage punch. It would be awesome. Of course, the range would be bad, but the damage it gives should balance for it. We both think that this is the craziest, but also the wildest weapon that we could get in Breath of the Wild, and that's why it takes the first spot.
Well, after all this, wow. I hope we can get all of these weapons, that's for sure.
I hope so too. It would be awesome.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and comment below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel for more Zelda content every week. And wanna add something to what about the video?
Yeah, sure. So thanks so much for having me on the channel. I am the gamer musician. For anyone else who doesn't know, I mostly make Zelda videos and also upload music I write, or garage sale pickups. Really, I'll just kind of a variety channel, but recently been focusing a lot on Zelda. So yeah, come check me out if you really want to. I'd appreciate it a lot.
It was great having you here, that's for sure. So guys, this was Hero Faro and my guest, a gamer musician, and I'll talk to you guys next week.